Oh yeah, I forgot to test the mic. Is the mic on? The mic is on. Okay. Was there anything else I needed to do? No, I think that's it. Okay. Let me get some music. Hopefully that's loud enough. Okay. Bueno. I'll kind of see if some people fall in before I start talking too much. Kind of an awkward time to start a stream, but oh well. Might be a little too loud for y'all. Let's go like right there. Okay. I'm gonna hope that's not too quiet or too loud. I'm not gonna worry too much about the music. Hello there. Alright, so as you can see, we have Gen 1, the best Gen, number 1, right here. The music is too quiet. Okay, 1 second, I can fix that. Maybe I just need to turn it up here. Is that good? Okay, is it good where it's at right now? Okay, because I turned it down thinking that it was peaking, but I guess it's good. But anyways, so we've got Pokemon. Everybody loves Pokemon, right? Generation 1, they're constantly coming back. If you see a new Pokemon game, probably most of these guys will be in it. If they're not, you at least know this guy will be in it. This guy. Nah. Those are probably the only ones that are for sure in every game. Except Venomoth. Hey, Venomoth was in Scarlet and Violet, never forget. But, so yeah, these are 151 different critters that you can capture for your Pokemon team in basically all of the games. Not all of them, but... And today I just got a little tier list here, and we're gonna decide... Well, we aren't gonna decide. You're going to listen to me talk about all of these Pokemon and just kind of where I would put them on here. More or less just which Pokemon do I like, which ones are god-awful, and which ones I think are like fine, they exist. I'm expecting Kanto to be very heavy here in the B and C region. Why does tier list maker start with 7 tiers? I don't know. I don't know who uses the E tier. I'm gonna keep it for now, in case this gets really full. With only 151 entries, it might be fine, but I'm not gonna name the entries for now, but if I need to, we can later. But, I guess some quick, like, Q&A questions that, like, I'm probably gonna have to answer again is rename E tier to Ekans tier and only put Ekans in it. Oh, wait until we get to Arbok. Wait until we get to Arbok. So, some quick questions I'll answer before anyone asks them. Number one, is this based on competitive viability? Yes and no. Some of these will 100% be because it's a strong Pokemon and I like strong Pokemon. Some of them that are just hot garbage will rank high because I like them. Which goes into number two. Will this be based on design? Yes. But also no, because some of them I might not like the design, but I like using them. Are there any other quick questions that people will definitely ask that I should answer? Oh yeah, one I thought about that I ended up not doing, and people might ask about this, is where are the regional forms, Mega Evolutions, Gigantamax forms, the gender differences, where are all of those? I don't know. I've actually done a Mega Evolution tier list before. I'm gonna have to do a new one. I was waiting until ZA was done, so now we know all of the new Megas, and I'll probably wait until Champions comes out so we know like all of the new Megas' abilities and moves and such, but... Oh yeah, where's Armor Mewtwo and the 500 Pikachu caps from Go? I will say, one of my favorite Pokemon Go costumes, I think this was one of the earliest ones too, is the Squirtle line with the shades. I really like that. I remember vividly, I might talk about this some when we get to Squirtle, but I remember vividly the first Squirtle Community Day. I saved a field research for like a week and I opened it, and it was the shiny Squirtle with the shades. I felt really happy that day. Because I did not look at it. I don't know why I had that saved, but it was just chilling. And I finally decided to pop it open. And I got just a great Squirtle. I don't know, I mean, I'm assuming I still have that Squirtle on my account, so... But... Yeah, anyways, that's probably gonna be it for preamble. I think everybody knows, like, what a tier list is and what we're doing, so I guess we'll start off with number one in the decks and number one in our hearts, Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur is number one in the decks. So it's I like Bulbasaur. Famously, it's your best pick for a starter. Even though it doesn't really get a stab move for a while, you're kind of stuck like leech seeding things. But the nice thing about picking Bulbasaur in Gen 1 is you match up well against Brock, you match up well against Misty, and you resist Surge, so you have 3 gyms very early on where you can basically auto-win with your starter. And then after that, like, what do you even need your starter for? Haven't you been catching Pokemon? Come on, man. But, so it's really good there. It's also really good competitively. Not so much Bulbasaur, so I don't know if I want to give it Venusaur's credit, but the whole Bulbasaur line historically has been graciously gifted many things. Venusaur is a great Chlorophyllmon, so it ends up on a lot of Sun teams. Of course, they got the Mega Evolution, they got the Gigantamax form, and the Isle of Armor DLC. So, lots of things going for this line. Specifically Bulbasaur, I would say... A tier. I think Bulbasaur is cute. I think Bulbasaur is useful. It's probably the best grass starter of all time. I don't think it's my favorite grass starter, but really good. The Gen 1 good AI is so bad that they'll click random psychic utility moves against it. Oh yeah, can't you, like, destroy, yeah, Lorelei leads off with, like a rest dugong, right? And you can just, like, destroy it with Venusaur because it'll just sit there clicking rest. It was mentioned in chat. The only specific thing I have to say about Ivysaur is, hey, it's in Smash. So the Pokemon trainer, who's based off of, I think, Fire Red and Leaf Green Red, right? He's got Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard, which I think is a really fun combo because Squirtle is like this tiny turtle, so he can like slide around on his shell, shoot water, and obviously he's little bitty, so he's kind of fast. Ivysaur is like on all fours, so it's like wandering around. It's got its vines to do stuff with, and it can like Razor Leaf, so that's pretty fun. And then Charizard is like the slow, bulky, hard hitter of the team, so it's pretty fun. You basically get 3 playstyles in one and can swap around. Ivysaur is probably like the one I played the least of the trio. Squirtle is really fun to like maneuver around with, and then Charizard is like the one you use to kill things, so Ivysaur has the goofy pollen hitbox. That's the only thing I know about it. I'm no expert on Smash, by the way. I'm just saying words, but I'm more of a Pokemon guy. I've played like 2 Smash games, but Ivysaur, I think it's got a really solid design. I don't know if I would really say, like, I don't know if it's really hitting the A tier for me, though. Bulbasaur is so cute. Probably like a B tier for Ivysaur. It could bump up. And then Venusaur, we're hitting S, baby. Venusaur is so good. I was talking about it a little bit earlier, but you've got Chlorophyll Sweeping, you've got the Mega, the G-Max sure does exist. I never really played doubles in Sword and Shield. From what I've heard, I mean, I do watch Wolfie VGC, hey! I know that, like, the Gigantamax Venusaur is good, but... Oh yeah, it makes all other Chlorophyll Sweepers look bad. The thing that makes Venusaur so good as a Chlorophyll mon is it actually gets moves. So you get access to like Solar Beam, Earth Power, Sludge Bomb, Weather Ball, which you can use for Weather Ball Fire. And then of course you have utility stuff. You have like Growth, Leech Seed, Sleep Powder. Really good mon. We're 3 mons in and we already have insane power creep. Hey, these are all technically the same mon. It's just... It gets bigger and it gets more stats, you know? Speaking of power creep... Charmander. Honestly, probably gonna get some hate for this. I won't put it above Ivysaur. I think I like Ivysaur's design more. I've never really vibed with Charmander. It's just like an orange lizard. It's not really the coolest design ever. And like, I don't know, like Charmander itself, I feel like I'm always skipping to Charizard. Like, more than other Mons. I'm never like super excited to use a Charmander. I'm like, I want to evolve this so I can get Charizard. I don't really have too much unique to talk about with Charmander. I guess I can talk about how it's also the worst starter to pick in Gen 1 because it's terrible into Brock, it's terrible into Misty, and I mean it's fine against Surge, but like I don't know. By that point, like, did you even get to that point? Because you keep losing to Misty. Charmeleon? I'm kind of leaning towards B tier for it too. I don't think it's lame enough for the C tier. I think I like it more than Charmander. It's kind of just like bigger lizard. Not a whole lot going on interesting here too. Mono fire. It sure does exist. But it's not like a horrible design or anything. Who is this guy? It's Charmeleon. Famously followed up in the Pokerap by Wartortle. But unfortunately, we're not ranking Wartortle. We're ranking Charizard next. And of course, like, if we're putting Venusaur in S, we're putting Charizard in S. It's Charizard, baby. I like Venusaur more, but like, Charizard is sick, and it will always be sick. I mean, like, is it overrated? Yes. I don't care. It's just this goofy dragon. Gen 1 didn't really have too many, like, spooky designs. And that really goes for its dragons. I know it's not a dragon, but it's more draconic Pokemon. Like, Gyarados is probably the most intimidating of them. The only real dragon line, the Dratini line, all of them are, like, soft little, squishy, lovable monsters that, like, you could see yourself, like, hugging as a 5-year-old. And, like, Charizard is somewhere in between a Gyarados and a Dragonite to me. Like, it's not scary, but it's also not extremely squishy. Like, it's got the cool factor, but it's also, like, I don't know, it's kind of plump. It's not, like, only cool, it's got some cuteness to it, you know? Charizard, famously terrible in Gen 1, but so we're all fire types. This is probably the best fire type in the game, to be fair. Things get better for Charizard every single gen after Gen 1. It actually gains flying moves. Generation 6, it gets Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y. Let's go, baby. Besides Moltres, who isn't in the game, if you could use Moltres in Gen 1, it would be good, but Moltres is locked to Victory Road, so you can use it against, like, the Elite Four, who I think there's, like, maybe, like, 3 Mons in the whole Elite Four that Moltres beats. But yeah, anyways, it's got the 2 Mega Forms, one of them really good at singles, one of them really good at doubles, and also really good at singles. Did you know Charizard Y is just really strong? And then G-Max Charizard, the best Gigantamax form competitively. I don't think it's my personal favorite. My personal favorite G-Max is G-Max Inteleon, because it doesn't get bigger. Its tail gets bigger, and it, like, spaghettis up into, like, a little sniper perch, and it's, like, aiming down at you. It looks so cool. It's maybe the most creative they got with G-Max. Anyways, we're talking about Charizard. And, Charizard itself, probably the best thing you can do with it, ironically, since it's next to Venusaur here, is run it on Sun. It gets solar power, it gets solar beam, and you can kind of use it as a worse Sun Sweeper than Venusaur, but not horrible. Base Charizard hits almost as hard as Chi-Yu if they're in Sun. Keyword there is almost. Yeah, I don't know. One of the most iconic Mons ever. It would be weird if I didn't put it in S. It could maybe be top A, but like... I mean, I like Charizard. Come on. Speaking of things I like... this is my favorite Kanto starter. It's Squirtle. This thing is so cute. So, what... I always knew about Pokemon as a kid, but I was never interested in it until I got addicted to Minecraft. And I stumbled upon not Cobblemon. Cobblemon didn't exist when I was a kid. I stumbled upon a Pixelmon playthrough. And the guy who was playing it used Squirtle, and I was like, this thing is adorable. It evolved. I was like, this thing is awesome. It evolved again. Guns! I was like, this is sweet! So that was what really got me interested. And then I borrowed my friend's copy of Pokemon X. I picked Finnegan, and I picked Squirtle. And then I proceeded to sweep the game with Mega Blastoise. It was great. And that was my first Pokemon experience. Anyways, I love this thing. Hold on, I can even prove I love it. Oh! That's right. I'm a true fan. The Squirtle plushie. Oh yeah. Here it is, baby. Alright, get out of here. You have a Squirtle plush too? I love Squirtle. Oh, you have a smaller one. I wanted to look into getting some of those sitting cuties, mostly because like every Pokemon is in the line. And I'd love to get a Skarmory plush. I don't have a Skarmory plush at all, so... But, anyways, Wartortle. Do I want to put you in S as well? I'm thinking maybe A tier. Wartortle is kind of bizarre. I don't know what's going on with, like, the wings and the tail. Besides that, there was a different line early on that Wartortle was supposed to be a part of that got cut. Like, its evolution was going to build more into, like, what's going on with, like, the tail and everything. And instead it became the middle Evo for Blastoise. So, fun fact, I guess. I forget what the Mon is called. I'd have to look at, like, the beta stuff again. But, Wartortle is, like, pretty good in low tiers. It's historically been, like, a decent rapid spinner. The whole line, I'm pretty sure, gets rapid spin, so, like... when you're getting down to, like, RU, PU, ZU, like, you only have so many options for spinning to win, and Wartortle sure is one of them. Mono Water with pretty alright defenses, sure. Then we got Blastoise. Does it go above Squirtle for me? I think so. Does it go above Charizard, though? I think it beats Charizard for me. Of the fully evolved starters, Venusaur is my favorite for sure. Venusaur is just so fun to use and so good in so many situations. Blastoise, it's kind of hard to use in like a real battle. In game, it's fine. It's a water type. Spam Surf, you'll win. In competitive, I was kind of talking about Wartortle, but like, it's kind of like a defensive rapid spinner, but you have to rely on like rest or like leftovers protect. You get the rain dish, don't forget, so you can run it on rain. Yay. Yeah, I'm gonna use a rain setter to have 7 turns of recovery for my Blastoise. Oh boy. I think Blastoise got robbed in the hidden ability department. Charizard got solar power, which is kind of a bad ability, but at least it like adds on to the power boost that you already get under Sun, just like using fire moves. And then Chlorophyll Venusaur is like insanely good. It also got robbed in the Mega department. I think Mega Blastoise is pretty cool. It's probably the worst of the 3 Kanto Megas, but like I think that's mostly just because it's a monotype. If they bring back Mega Blastoise and bring back Blastoise with Shell Smash, Mega Blastoise is going to be better than both of these goobers. Mega Blastoise is gonna get banned. It's gonna be way out of control. Yeah, insanely broken. If you've ever played National Dex on Pokemon Showdown, yeah, it has to smash one time and then it just murders like everything. Everything dies. You can use it on the Cobblemon server. That is true. Maybe I should build a Blastoise team sometime. That'd be fun. I think that's about all I have to say about the Squirtle line. Definitely my favorite starter overall. It's what got me drug into Pokemon when I was younger. Yeah. Let's talk about Caterpie, I guess. I do like Caterpie. We could put Caterpie on the Blastoise team. Hey, sleep support for your Shell Smash. Caterpie on its own, thinking like top of B, maybe, but behind Ivysaur. Ivysaur is a little cooler. Caterpie is like cute, and I never mind seeing Caterpie. The issue is like, it's maybe one of the laziest designs Pokemon has ever made. Caterpie is literally just like a caterpillar. Like there's a IRL caterpillar that looks like a Caterpie. Like obviously it's not like this much like anime moe, but like it looks like a Caterpie. Caterpie itself doesn't really do much, so this is pretty much a ranking based off of design and like, am I going to use it later? Zard on top or I report you. It is in top, it's on the S tier. Metapod is funny. I think we as a society have evolved again. I think we as a society have evolved beyond like the haha Harden jokes, but like thinking maybe like C. It's not like awful or anything, but it's just, it exists. It's a cocoon. It's definitely memorable, and it's not like terrible or anything, but... And then Butterfree... Thinking probably top of B. I like Butterfree. It's a good Pokemon. One of the best, like, early bugs we've ever had in this series. Pairs really well with honestly like all three of the starters. It'll do something for your team no matter what, like early game in Kanto. And then just in general, like later gens, it can like compound eyes sleep powder and then like quiver dance up. And it also gets a Gigantamax form, which if you've ever faced a Sneasler, you can blame Butterfree for how obnoxiously annoying Dire Claw is, because its G-Max move, G-Max Befuddle, has the exact same effect as Dire Claw, but it came out first, so you can't call Dire Claw, or you can't call G-Max Befuddle a ripoff of Dire Claw. Dire Claw ripped it off. Oh, yeah, it was brought up. Pavilion stole this man's whole career. Same ability, better stats, better moves, and it even looks cooler. Poor Butterfree. Can we pour one out for our good friend? Well, anyways, bye-bye Butterfree. We gotta talk about Weedle. Famous YouTuber Weedle Twineedle has joined the stream. Maybe... I don't quite like Weedle as much as I like Caterpie. I don't think it's like a C tier though. I think it is cute. We'll put it like at the bottom of B for now. Weedle, it does look naked compared to Caterpie. I think it's because it's all one color. Weedle, you kind of see what they're going for. It's got the little poisonous tips on both ends. You might be wondering why it has the goofy clown nose, and that's because in the Gen 1 beta, it was originally part of a different line. And then that Pokemon line got cut and it became the preview evolution for Beedrill. So great. Not really much else to say about Weedle. Even less to say about Kakuna. It's just a worse Metapod. Beedrill though. Beedrill though. He be drillin', baby. Thinking like top of A. We love Beedrill. Spear, baby. I don't know. Beedrill sucks. Terrible stats. I mean, it has comparable stats to Butterfree, but the problem is Butterfree is a special attacker. Beedrill is a physical attacker, and there's a lot of disadvantages to being a weak physical attacker. Mostly, like, all of the good physical attacks do recoil. All of the mid-tier ones are barely worth using. And you kind of have to hope you have, like, a really good ability to really stack up against good physical attackers. And my boy has, like, what, like Swarm and Poison Point, I think? What is its other ability? Sniper. Oh, you can't see it. Well, this is great. Go back over here. Yeah, so, oh boy, you can do bonus damage with crits. What crits? Are you critting? Obviously this thing does have the Mega Evolution, one of the coolest Mega Evolutions of all time. They min-maxed all of its stats, so they put as much as possible into attack and speed. It took everything they could out of special attack, and called it a day. It's one of the funnest Mega Evolutions of all time. Oh, and they gave it adaptability, so its kind of suspicious move pool is a little better. Why is Beedrill higher than Butterfree? Because I like Beedrill. This is my tier list, and I like the Bee. I think he's cool. Now, does Beedrill suck? Well, do I have a story for you? So you see, we were playing in a Cobblemon tournament, right? First tournament of the server, and I went up against a fearsome team. Two of its members were Butterfree and Beedrill. And I was very worried, because I was 100% sure I was about to face down G-Max Butterfree and Mega Beedrill. Both of those scared me. I got into the battle, and it was a regular Beedrill. I one-shot it. So, Beedrill is not exactly a threat without its Mega Stone, but I mean, I like it. It's cool. I remember when I was thinking about making my own Pokemon game, I thought it would be cool to kind of give Beedrill the ground type. Because, like, it's got the drills, you know? And it's not like there it's not like there aren't, like, other ground types who fly. There's, like, Gliscor, Flygon, Claydol. There's, like, plenty of ground types who are floating, so, like... Why didn't I think about that? Yeah, you could have made it like poison ground for Buggant. Some wasps live in the ground? That's true. I remember though, I was gonna change the typing, and I brought it up to like some people, and they were like, why would you ever change the typing? That changes the Mon! And I'm like, well, yeah, of course, because the Mon is awful. And I think like making it a ground type makes it sort of more on par with its counterpart Butterfree, because the ground type gives it a lot of utility. Like, especially in Gen 1, like, you could probably dig with it, which, dig is a really nice utility move for just, like, escaping areas. There's only 2 bug grounds and they're both terrible. Yeah, it's Nincada and Wormadam, right? Oh, no. I think the typing on paper isn't that bad. But yeah, and then the ground type, of course, is like immune to electric, so you have that going for you. It'd be a really nice partner for Blastoise early game. And it would match up good against Surge. But, I don't know, anyways. Just my thoughts on, like, an easy buff for Beedrill. That'll never happen. It'll always be Bug Poison, but... Shrapnel should have been Bug Ground so it could have Stab First Impression. It would unironically be the best Bug Ground type just because of Arena Trap. So anyways, so then we get to, like, this bird... And I have no idea where I want to put this, because I do like Pidgey, but the Pidgey line is, like, really boring. It's not strong. It's really annoying to get to its final form, because it's, like, level 36 or 38, like, something... ridiculously high for the power level of Pidgeot. Pidgey itself, it gets like Gust and Sand Attack. Oh boy. You're stuck looking at Pidgey way too long in Gen 1. True. Way too many people use Pidgey too. Pidgey is also my vote for the worst of all of the Gen 1 normal flying mons. And that includes Farfetch'd, by the way. We'll get to why Farfetch'd is better than Pidgey. But, honestly, I'm thinking, like, slap these down here and put you, like, top of C. I do like Mega Pidgeot. Mega Pidgeot is pretty good. But, even then, like, I wish Mega Pidgeot got moves. You have, like, Heat Wave, Hurricane, Roost, and then I think it can U-turn? Oh boy? What is Pidgeot gonna do against a Heatran? Oh yeah, it can't miss Hurricane. You know what else can't miss a Hurricane? Pelipper. Yeah, I'd rather use Pelipper than Pidgeot. Keep in mind, I do like the design of all three of these mons. I do think they, like, for what they are, they look fine. It's just, man, these are so disappointing to use. Something I would do to buff the Pidgey line, especially since there's so many, like, normal flying mons in Gen 1, is I would swap their physical and special attacks. So the Pidgey line is more inclined to attack specially. Especially since Mega Pidgeot is a special attacker. So it would just make more sense overall. Now we're talking like 80 special attack. This thing does not hit very hard, but like still. It would at least distinct itself more from Spearow and Fearow over here. And then we got the rat line. Rattata. Iconic Pokemon. Probably about here for me. I mean, it's literally just a rat. But hey, it's a really good rat. I find it very funny every time I see Rattata, because he's just kind of a goofy guy, and surprisingly strong. Ash just brought it up. Fear. If I can get it where you guys can see a Fear set, what if I, like... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go, that kind of works. I need to set this to Nat Dex. So Fear is a famous set where you run Focus Sash, which I might be doing this wrong, and then you have Endeavor, and you have Quick Attack. And the whole idea here is you run it at level 1, so it, like, dies to everything and always gets knocked to its sash. And then once you get knocked to your sash, you Endeavor your opponent, and then you Quick Attack it. There might be some other moves I'm forgetting on this set, but this is the basic idea behind Fear Rattata. Besides being really annoying with level 1 gimmicks, you can also use this in-game to a lot of success, which is surprising for like the Route 1 rodent, but you get access to Hyper Fang, which is like a really strong early normal move. It learns basically all of the HM moves through the game, so it helps you out in that way. Like, I think you're just missing out on like Fly, maybe Surf, although I think it can surf, I forget, but... And then, of course, in later gens, it picked up the Guts ability. Oh, it can't surf? Okay, but, like, you can cut, strength, Rock Smash, that kind of junk. In later gens, it picked up the Guts ability, which is like really good for like nuzlocking if you just need like a little bit more power, or just kind of in general, just to make it a little more offensively threatening. Eradicate, I would put a little lower, just because Rattata is a lot more useful than Eradicate is overall, I think. And I also don't like Raticate's design as much. I think Rattata's pretty cute. Raticate is just like a rat. Ugh. But I mean, it does the same things I was talking about with Rattata. You got Guts, so it can like help you out in a pinch, or just like get off really strong Guts facades. It learns a bunch of random HM moves in earlier gens that have them. Pretty good Pokemon. I know it's not here, but we are going to talk about the travesty, the absolute god-awfulness of Alolan Raticate. I might as well just pull it up, honestly. Feast your eyes on this. My god, what are you doing with this? 71 attack, 77 speed. But don't worry, you get the hustle boost. Hustle. I was really excited for Alolan Raticate because Lunala is Psychic Ghost. And I was like, ooh, you know what can wall Lunala? Alolan Raticate. Literally can't be hit. It learns Moonblast. What was I thinking? But yeah, probably the worst regional form ever. I like Stunfisk more than Raticate. Speaking of things I like more than another thing, say hello to former Vice President Spiro Agnew. He... Do I want to put him this high? Could maybe be top of C tier for me. Nothing too incredible about Spiro besides just being a good Pokemon. For in-game. Competitively, this thing does nothing, but Spiro is, like, kind of cool. I wouldn't really call it cute. But the thing it has over Pidgey is it has a real attack stat and it has real moves. Spiro has access to Peck in Gen 1, which is one of the few flying type moves and one of the few flying type moves you can get early, which is very nice. You can hit grass and bug types, which there are a bunch of them early game. And then later on you can use it as your flyer. Pidgeot can also fly, but like Fearow actually contributes to battles. Unlike Pidgeot, who just dies. It's like a regional form that outclasses the original, except they put in the same gen as Pidgey. So true. Literally the cooler Pidgey. And then we got Budget Ho-Oh here, which I think I'm just gonna have beat Pidgeot. I'm not the biggest fan of the design. Honestly, with the Mega, I think I'm gonna put it above the Cocoons. I'm not the biggest fan of the design. I'm not the biggest Fearow stan. It's never really been blowing up the competitive scene. It does get access to Sniper, like Beedrill, but unlike Beedrill, you can, like, actually use some moves with this. I think there was a, like, Gen 7 PU set where it would, like, Z Mirror move, which I think gave it, like, a big attack a big attack buff, and then you could just, like, destroy things afterwards. Or maybe it was a speed boost. It was some, like, pretty good boost. But that's about the only time I remember thinking about Hero in competitive. Besides that, this thing purely exists to be useful in just like in-game playthroughs, and in-game it's very useful. I think Spearow evolves at like a decent enough level, and Fearow you can slap like some HMs on and just have it kill things with flying moves for the whole game. Not awful. Speaking of awful, Ekans. It's like... So, like, Celeste in the chat kept joking about, like, having the E for Ekans tier. No. No. This thing is terrible. Then again, though, I do like the design. This thing, though, terrible. Such a whatever design. I know it's got, like, the hood flap, but, like, I don't really care. This is just a purple snake. Terrible competitive usage. This thing does nothing. In-game, it's competitive on a... Competitive. In-game, this is Intimidate on a stick. You use it to intimidate something in your Nuzlocke, and then you switch. It gets, like, barely any moves. You can, like, glare and coil. And if you coil, like, 3 times, maybe it's like you have real stats. Terrible. I remember, I don't think these VODs exist anymore, but when I streamed the teal mask, I used Arbok on my team. It was terrible. I would coil once, get 1 attack off, do 0 damage, and die. Terrible, horrible Pokemon. Speaking of terrible, horrible Pokemon... Nah, I'm joking. I mean, it's Pikachu, man. It's pretty good. Well, maybe do, like, bottom A? I like Pikachu. It's cute. Obviously, as the mascot of the series, this thing has gotten a lot of favoritism. It has, like, 2 different Z crystals, a Gigantamax form, Raichu has a Alolan form and 2 Megas. What else has Pikachu got? It got 2 games, Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Special Yellow Edition. Oh yeah, it also has the Light Ball, which doubles its attack stats, which I think puts it in the same attacking sphere as, like, freaking, or no, I think I'm thinking of Marowak. Like, if you give Marowak the thick club, it hits as hard as Mega Blaziken. Pikachu, I don't think it hits as hard as Mega Blaziken. Giving it a Light Ball does make it, like, a real Pokemon, at least. And Raichu, I think, makes it higher than Pikachu, but he's not quite on the road to the top. What stops Raichu for me is it's kind of weak, and it doesn't really have a whole lot unique going on when you compare it to other electrics. There's a lot of electrics that kind of copy Raichu's homework, where they have, like, Lightning Rod and Static, and are a mono-electric type. Probably the biggest thing that stands out for Raichu is it has access to Surf, which you can use to hit ground types, and a lot of electric types are kind of boned for coverage. So, hey, you can surf things, but Pikachu's good for Misty? That is true. Oh yeah, the Pikachu line also has access to the best physical electric move in Volt Tackle, which is really good. It's a shame it's on Raichu and nothing else. I can't wait to see how good the Mega Raichus are. I think one of them is sort of physically oriented, so it might go crazy with Volt Tackle. We'll see. Sandshrew? I do like Sandshrew. I'm not feeling C tier. Maybe like... thinking below Butterfree. Really cute. I have a lot more of an attachment to the Alolan form of Sandshrew and Sandslash. I used Alolan Sandslash on my first ever Alola journey. Had a great time with it. I have a vivid memory of being down to only Alolan Sandslash for the champion fight. I didn't buy enough revives. I kind of sucked at the game back then. And the only mod I had left was Alolan Sandslash, so I healed it up as much as I could. I went into the Kukui fight, and I 1v6'd him with Alolan Sandslash. It was pretty epic. And I'll always have that fun memory. I also think Alolan Sandshrew is very cute. But, like, regular Sandshrew is also very cute. I think, probably right here is good for it. Sandslash, maybe like rocking the C tier. I don't know. I like it more than these guys. We'll put him about here. He's not... I think the 3D model kind of kills him for me. He doesn't look... He looks kind of squished when he shows up in 3D. Like, you'd expect him to be more of, like, a spherical look, right? Like an armadillo, but he's very flat, which is odd. I do like him conceptually. The 3D kills it for me will be a common trend. Very true. There's a lot of mons whose 3D models, like, ruin their look, but... Sandslash doesn't really do a whole lot competitively. I don't think it's a rapid spinner, right? I could be wrong. It might spin. But it's kind of a generic ground type where it has, like, Sandstorm abuse abilities. Abuse. I think it's, like, Sand Veil and, like, maybe it gets, what's it called? Sand Rush? Yeah. A lot of the tools that Sandslash has would be perfected later on with Excadrill. Excadrill being Sandslash's just way, way better cousin. Alright, so next we have the Nidoran family. Nidoran family is kind of odd, mostly because of these mons, Nidoran and Nidoran, which to this day are still Nidoran and Nidoran. They are not gender differences, they are their own Pokemon. And I know that it's because they don't want to go back and retcon that, because, like, 151 is such a sacred number. And I get that, but, like, it's so bizarre to me that you have Nidoran and Nidoran, and they're different Pokemon. And this isn't like a regional form or anything. They're different Pokemon. They have different stats, different spots in the dex. As far as this one goes, thinking here. I think I like it more than Firo, at least design-wise. The Nidoqueen line I like less than the King. And I also think the design is also just not as cool. It's a lot plumper. It kind of just looks like a sick rat. This one, I hate that it's on two legs. And like, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. I'm gonna say like here. The Queen, at least, I'm gonna say is like probably like top of B for me. The Queen, Nidoqueen, great move pool, great ability and sheer force, monster in game. You can get Nidoqueen before Misty, and it just has cracked stats for that early, and you can just sweep the game. And I think the design is like not terrible. It makes me kind of weirded out that they gave it breasts, but like, what are you gonna do, I guess? It's the female one. Like I was saying earlier, the male line, I'm a much bigger fan of. I'm gonna say, like, B tier is for sure getting full. I'm gonna say, like, here. Oh yeah, because now it's not even all fitting on one screen. Let's move some stuff down. I mean, obviously at some point here, we're gonna have to go beyond one screen anyways, but Nidoking, is it S tier? I'm thinking top of A. Nidoking is a beast. Very cool mon. A cool design. This guy is aura farming in his official art. He's like, come at me, bro. For Gen 1, it has an insane move pool. You get it before Misty, just like Nidoqueen. The difference being, this thing has, like, actual offensive stats. So it stays good the whole game. It just keeps winning. And competitively, you can Sheer Force, Life Orb, destroy things with, like, Earth Power and Bolt Beam coverage. It's super cool. One of the rare special attacking ground types. Even though this thing has like really good physical attack, you do want to run it special, just because like it is good as a special attacker. And hey, being good at something not much else is good at, that's a good quality. Did we run out of music? Oh yeah, we did. I guess we'll just do part 2. I don't know. Alright. Next we get into the VGC god, Clefairy. Now, let me tell you about a little ability called Friend Guard. So, as all you disgusting pony fans know, friendship is magic. And, the magic here is, in doubles, if you have Clefairy with Friend Guard, it'll, I'm pretty sure, half all incoming damage to your side. Insane ability. This thing's also really cute. I'm gonna say... probably hits the B tier for me. I think I like Sandslash a little more. This thing, of course, has the Pokemon Stadium minigame that I'm really bad at. It's another member of the use a Moonstone on it and destroy the game team. I think it's actually the last member of this team. You've got Nidoran female, and then at the bottom you've got Clefable. But like Clefable being the worst one is only because it's like a mono normal type. And there's a bunch of other mono normals you can use. Like, it's not terrible. You can teach it like Mega Punch and Mega Kick super early, and then just destroy everything. And I think it still gets Volt Beams, so. Speaking of Clefable, I think I might honestly leave it at bottom of B. This thing is so annoying. Magic Guard, leftovers, never dies to anything. Toxic, what's that? Leech Seed, I'm not feeling it. Thunder Wave, I think it can actually get paralyzed, but like, I think it ignores the speed cut, but it can still be paralyzed. I could be wrong. Yeah, this is our first pure Stallmon. I think you can kind of go offensive on Clefable, but like, it doesn't really have the stats for offenses. Its main best thing is to either use Magic Guard or its other ability, Unaware, and just tank incoming hits. It's so... For how low its stats are, it's insane how good this thing is at just sponging hits. Unaware is like one of the craziest abilities ever. And then Magic Guard is like another one of the most crazy abilities ever. So let's give them both to this guy. Clefable is a testament to why abilities matter so much. Because you can have terrible stats and no good abilities and be an F. I mean, I guess Intimidate is good, but let's go with like Pidgeot. You can have like mediocre stats, mediocre abilities, and be a low tier. You can have good stats but no real spectacular ability, or you can be Clefable and you can be incredibly broken only because you have a good ability. Hopefully that rambling made sense. Basically, abilities really matter, because even if you have like garbage stats, you could be a Chad like Clefable. Another member of the Alolan form is cooler than the original club. We got Vulpix, literally cooler, by the way. It becomes an ice type. Vulpix is our first example of a weather setter. I don't know if it's gonna go bottom of B yet. I'm just kind of moving it. It's our first example of a weather setter. This thing is, it can set drought. I don't know how useful it is in Little Cup. I don't think I've ever used a Vulpix the handful of times I've played Little Cup, but Vulpix has really bad stats, but I mean, it's a stone evolution, so in newer games, as soon as you get a Fire Stone, you get a Ninetales, so hey, that's nice. And being a fire type in Gen 1, that's terrible. But in other gens, hey, that's pretty good. Stab Fire is really nice. It's also very cute. I think, about here for it. I think I like it more than these guys. Ninetales, for a long while, was one of my favorite Pokemon. I remember I got a shiny Ninetales named Palaroo from Wonder Trade. I used to Wonder Trade a lot in Gen 6, and I still have it. I think it's a legit mon. I don't think it was hacked. Although it might have been hacked, I have no idea. I got it from Wonder Trade. But it's not like those obnoxious Wonder Trades you get today, where it like has a link to some guy's like scam website. Maybe they're not scam websites, but like, does anyone ever actually look up those links? I don't know what the point is, except to clog up the Wonder Trade, which is terrible filler you have to remove. But, anyways, Ninetales. Ninetales, for a little while, was a Giga Chad because it was the only Sunsetter besides Groudon. It had a real place in Gen 5 as, like, you set the sun for sun teams, and then you try to not die because you're a Ninetales and your stats are terrible. Later on, would have its spotlight stolen by Torkoal, who is just better than Ninetales in every way, but like, hey, it is an alternate Sunsetter, and it does get, like, Hypnosis and, surely it gets some other tools that it can use. A fun buff that I've thought of before for Ninetales would be just making it a ghost type. The Pokédex talks about how like supposedly it was created by the spirit of like 9 sages or something. So like, I don't know, and it has a lot of mystical abilities to it, so I always thought like making it a ghost type, giving Generation 1 just another ghost to play with would be kind of fun. I don't really think I would mess with the stats much, especially since it has Drought these days. I think the stats are fine. I do really like its design. We're gonna say, actually, I'll jump into A tier. I have a lot of fond memories of Ninetales. I'm thinking top of A, honestly. It doesn't crack S tier for me, but I do love me some Ninetales. Screw this thing. I like Charbok. No, Charbok's way worse than these. I am not a Jigglypuff fan. The people know that I hate Igglybuff. It is my least favorite Pokemon of all time. I'm not much bigger on these things. It's kinda cute. I mean, obviously it's cute, but they're useless. They are useless. What are you using these things for? Nothing. That is the answer. Nothing. No moves, terrible stats, terrible abilities. Well, actually, I think it gets competitive. Competitive's a good ability. Not on this thing, though. Terrible. I hate Screamtail, too. Why did you make a fast, specially defensive mon that, like... What does it even do? Does it stall? I don't know. Waste of what it could have been something else. We could have gotten Ancient Skarmory that's like rock flying and like... No, we got Jigglypuff. Oh boy. Zubat. Fun fact, you rank Jigglypuff higher than it was in the Smash 4 tier list. This is another mon that made it into Smash, much like Ivysaur. I think Jigglypuff is only in Smash to this day because it was in the first Smash game. I think it has the bias of being in the original roster, or else that crap would be getting cut. Like, I know people like Jigglypuff in Smash, but, like, it's Jigglypuff! It's a random mon from Gen 1. How many other Pokemon would you like to see in Smash more? You got Mega Skarmory, at least? That is true. I do love me some Mega Skarm. Zubat, you hate to face off against it. But honestly, you love to see it. Zubat is kind of a Chad. Zubat, to this day, its whole line are the only things rocking the poison flying combo, which is a really good dual type. Mostly defensively. Offensively, good thing you're a flying type. It's stupidly common, and Crobat is really good. So you can catch yourself a Zubat and get yourself a Crobat really easily. It's like level 20 something to Golbat, and then Golbat evolves with Friendship. You had to level it up anyways, so it probably evolves in like one level. And Golbat itself is also like no slouch. I also think it has a really goofy design. I love that it has just the huge mouth. And you can use this thing with like Eviolite and low tiers, and it's like a pretty decent like defogger with U-turn, you know? Obviously, these are some of the most annoying Pokemon ever if you're in a cave, but like, I feel like they get more hate than is deserved. Like, I don't think people hate Tentacool, and you run into like insane amounts of Tentacool if you ever go surfing, so. And there's way more water than caves. Oddish. Oddish is the Pokemon that you catch if you didn't choose Bulbasaur as your starter. And it is kind of disappointing. You get access to like powder moves with it. It can also chlorophyll, but it is not very good at it. It's so slow when it evolves into Vileplume, so like you're not chlorophyll sweeping with this. It is a pretty good tank. It gets Effect Spore and like random like status and healing moves that make it like a pretty solid tank overall. Vileplume more than Oddish. Oddish is not a tank, but I'm gonna say probably like B tier is where it fits. I do think it's cute. It's like a little goofy mandrake. I remember the first time I ever heard of a mandrake was when I read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And in the Harry Potter series, mandrakes are disgusting. They're like basically like wrinkly babies that like live underground. I want to call Oddish disgusting. This thing's very adorable. Gloom, I'm not the biggest fan of. I'm gonna say like top of C. I will shout out. I think, yeah, Celeste mentioned it. It has Stench plus King's Rock Loaded Dice Bullet Seed. It's the only Mon with Stench multi-hit. There was, I want to say it was like in VGC, there was a brief, minuscule, like, stretch of time where Stench Gloom was seeing unironic use, which is so funny to me, and I love that for it. I also love that it has like its own ability just as a middle tier. That just gives this thing its own identity, especially when you can run it with like Eviolite. I think that's really cool for it. I'm not the biggest fan of the design, though. It's not terrible or anything. It's very much a middle stage between this and this, but... And then finally we got Vileplume, who, I mean, I like it more than Clefable. I'll say about here. Vileplume, besides having Effect Spore, is basically Diet Venusaur in every way. It's a bulky grass poison special attacker. You probably want to run it on Sun, unless you're using Effect Spore, and then run it as a tank. It does get Strength Sap, which is really nice. I remember using this a decent amount of time in lower tiers on, I want to say, was it in Gen 8? It might have been Gen 7. But I remember using, like, Strength Sap and, like Strength Sap, Effect Spore, other moves on a Vileplume, and it was a pretty fun mon. It's a good tank, I'll say that. It's just Venusaur is a way better tank. Yeah, Strength Sap is one of the most broken abilities ever. I'm glad it wasn't abilities. One of the most broken moves ever. I'm glad that it didn't stay locked to Morlul, because oh my lord, Morlul. I wish there was less lol. Huh. Vileplume gets Effect Spore? Yeah. Yeah, hidden ability, Effect Spore. Which is definitely the way you want to run it. And like I was saying, like, it has a pretty decent defensive spread. 85, or 75, 85, 90. And, with Strength Sap, you can run, like, full physical and just shut down most physical attackers. You also, thanks to the grass typing, that's a weird thing to say, but thanks to the grass typing, you do have some pretty good resists. And the poison type, too. Poison is usually good on defensive. Paris... Don't kill me! I love this guy. I think it's such a cool idea for a Pokemon. So, it's Grass Bug, and the idea is this friendly little bug who's just like, yeah, I'm gonna let these little mushrooms live with me. They're nice, they're friendly. Diseased. And, once it gets possessed by the mushroom, it, for some reason doesn't die. It's still bug grass. Not that I want it to be ghost grass, but you know. Paris, famously the first Mon to learn one of the best moves of all time, Spore. 100% accurate sleep. So they had to make it dirt slow, so you had to at least go second to Spore. Who's picking Blossom over Vileplume? I know I'm not. I don't know why you would ever use Blossom, but we'll have to talk about that when I rank Johtomons. Who remembers Legends Arceus Paris? I don't know why they made Paris so common in Legends, but man, those things were monsters. Parasect is... I don't like the design as much, but I still like the Mon. Fun fact, Parasect saw unironic Gen 4 Uber's use because it hard-walled Kyogre. Let me explain. It got access to the dry skin ability, which not only lets you heal in rain, so it's like Rain Dish, it also makes you immune to water and heal when you get hit by a water attack. So, really good ability. The downside are its effects in Sun, where you get damaged by Sun, and I think it also makes you weak to Fire. But you were, like, insanely weak to Fire on this thing anyways, so it's not even a trade-off. Why would you be in front of a Fire type anyways? Spore is the best move in Gen 1 and there's no competition. Good thing it's only on Paris. What about Gen 1 Blizzard with the 30% freeze chance? I would say that's competition, and it does actually have distribution. It clears Amnesia and Blizzard? I mean, I guess. I don't know. I guess I just like seeing damage, but... Anyways, I think Parasect is a prime candidate. Funny for what I'm about to say, because, I mean, we know what happened with Primate, but I think it's a prime candidate for getting a new evolution. I think this could evolve into some sort of ghost type that's even bulkier and maybe make it a little faster just so it can spore things. Who knows? Maybe like a more insane version of Shedinja, but without the Wonder Guard. Like it's just like a hollow shell. Make it 10 base speed to be nuts in Trick Room. That would be crazy. Venonat sure is a Pokemon. I don't have strong feelings about Venonat. It is Venonat. Honestly, why do I have the cocoons up here? I think I'm gonna swap Venonat with the cocoons. It's pretty cool. It's like a little, like, psychic bug, even though it's a poison type. It loses Compound Eyes when it evolves. Don't worry, I think it gets a good ability when it evolves. Venomoth clears the C tier. Thinking about here, Venomoth has a really fun niche use where it gets what is that move called? I literally talked about it earlier. With Butterfree. Quiver Dance. You can Quiver Dance with it, and then you have access to the Wonder Skin, of course. That is the wrong link. There we go. What is that ability called? I can't think of it right now. Vileplume. Why am I typing Vileplume? Venomoth. Tinted Lens, yeah. So, Bug Poison, pretty terrible dual type. However, with the Tinted Lens, all moves that are not very effective basically become neutrally effective. So, with the Wonder Skin, with the Tinted Lens, you can finally hit things after Quiver Dance boosts and just destroy them with like Stab, Bug Buzz, and Sludge Bomb. Pretty nice. It's definitely a lower tier threat. It's not like the ultimate Pokemon or anything, but Speaking of the ultimate Pokemon, Diglett, famously memed on what's under the dirt, we don't know. One of the strongest Pokemon of all time. Like, genuinely. You might be thinking I'm crazy, but Arena Trap Diglett, unironically, will get banned because Arena Trap is just that good of an ability. We talked about how good abilities are with Clefable. Abilities are even better with Diglett. Trapping things in, and then just, like, doing something with Diglett. You can Screech, but it's really solid at that. And then in-game, this is your best friend for destroying Surge. Like, Diglett's Cave is right next door to Surge's gym. You go catch one, boom, dead. Done and dusted. It's a ground type, right? So hey. Arena Trap is pure downside for in-game. Yeah, but like in-game, like, you're probably gonna switch out if it's a bad you're probably gonna switch Dugtrio out if it's like a bad matchup. Like yourself, you'll switch him out. And if it's a good matchup, then you're gonna kill them anyways, so they might as well be stuck. It's not like the opponent switches anyways. Oh yeah, it does boost encounters. I mean, if you want more encounters, it's not bad. I would probably go with its other ability in-game, though. Like Sandveil or whatever, I don't know. Dugtrio, slightly better than Diglett. It's 3 Digletts. It's hilarious. And like, great ability just like this one. It does what its little brother does, but even better. Because this thing has like a real attack stat. It has 2 abilities and is still banned from Gen 4 OU. Wild. Oh yeah, Diglett is also really strong in Little Cup. I forgot to mention that. I think it is basically like a ground-type version of Regieleki, where it outspeeds everything else and can just troll things. Meowth, famous for being on Team Rocket's team. Sure does have Payday. Great signature ability. Great signature move. You get more money. I think I like Rattata a little more. Meowth is not bad. Probably the most time I've ever spent with Kanto Meowth is with the G-Max form. I used it to money grind in Sword and Shield. Because I would just redo the, not the Elite Four, because God forbid we have an Elite Four, but, the Champions Cup, or whatever the heck it's called. And I would just kind of fight them with G-Max Meowth. It was very riveting, let me tell you. But, not a bad Technician user. You can combo, like, Water Pulse and Ground, I guess? Like, some normal moves. Swift. And then you never miss. You're swifting them. But, really nothing insane. I would say the best thing is just like Technician moves early game. Persian, maybe like Here, it's a generic normal type. Really good in Gen 1 because it was like lightning fast. So you could just auto crit things with like slash, which was really cool. But outside of Gen 1, it's just kind of a generic filler normal type. It learns a lot of random moves. You can, like, combo Technician with water pulse for coverage against rock types, so hey, but Persian's just boring. That's my biggest complaint. Yeah, it's just like a cat. It's got a gem on its forehead. It barely outspeeds Ogerpon. I mean, these days this thing is not really that fast, but for like Gen 1 standards, this thing is lightning fast. You gotta remember, the power creep is insane. Speaking of power creep, they just had to nerf Psyduck, and they took away its psychic typing. This is probably my section of, like, cute mons that I barely ever use. I would say, no, I like Caterpie more than Psyduck. Psyduck is a Pokemon. It's a water type. There's a lot of water types. The thing that makes it kind of special is it has, like, the wacky psychic outbursts in the anime, which, like, translates in-game too. It learns a bunch of psychic moves. So hey, you get, like, non-stab confusion. Yay. Now, you'd think they would play that up when going into Golduck, but Golduck's just kind of a generic water sweeper? I really don't know what they were thinking, because they had this whole psychic thing going with Psyduck, and then Golduck is just kind of like a swift swim water attacker? Like I don't know, like, it even gets like a bunch of random physical moves that he kind of wants you to use, like Cross Chop. It's a very confusing Pokemon. I'm also not a huge fan of the design. I'm gonna put it, like, here. I feel like this is a disservice to Fearow. Put it here. It does get Cloud 9, so you can destroy Groudon, I guess. Good luck using Golduck against Groudon. Alright, time for some more high-tier mons. Very exciting. I've always been a big Mankey fan. I was so excited that Mankey finally evolved. Well, I mean, Primeape evolved. Mankey always evolved into Primeape, but I was so excited that Primeape was getting an evolution, and then I was really excited when that evolution was the most broken thing ever. I'll put you below Pikachu. I'll put you, like, here. Primeape is really cool. He-Monkey. Probably one of the best fighting types in Gen 1. You get early Karate Chop, which is a normal type move, unfortunately, but it's high crit, so you do get to crit things, and then, its fighting type makes it really good for, like, Pokemon Yellow teams, because, you can combo it with Pikachu to beat Brock, so hey, very useful for that. And it falls off the further into the game you get, just because fighting in Gen 1 is pretty terrible. besides that, Primeape itself has seen some relevance in Gen 9. I mean, number one, because it evolves into Annihilate, but number two, it did get access to Rage Fist, which is a really good signature move for the line. Even with it not being stab on Primeape, it's just really nice to have, like, ghost coverage that gets stronger every time you hit Primeape. I like the design too. I like that it has like the power weights. It can do like that like anime trope where you like unhook the weights and they drop and it like craters the floor below it. And then he's like, I will fight like I always have. The good boy, Growlithe, sure is a Pokemon. Probably like somewhere up here in A tier, very cute. Probably about here-ish. I like Mankey more, and Arcanine will go kind of like some of these lines. I like them about the same as each other, but I think the evolution is better than the Prevo. Very cute dog, evolves into very strong dog. Arcanine, really good in doubles for a while, mostly Gen 6 doubles, because Fire resists Fairy, you have Intimidate. Hey, that's a good bulky defensive mon, and it can do stuff on offense, great. I'm sure they'll never replace it with another Intimidate Fire type. They'll never do it. Oh. Obviously we're not talking about Hisuian Arcanine here, because it's something different. But, like, Hisuian Arcanine is really fun with the, like... It's a Fire Rock type that can actually take advantage of the dual stab since it's kind of fast. And it gets, Rock Head, Flare Blitz, and Head Smash. And I guess Wild Charge if you really want to do that. This one does not get Rockhead, but it is a really good Intimidate mon. And then it's just like a really solid Fire type overall too. Gets pretty good moves, looks cool. I think it's the original Extreme Speed mon, which Extreme Speed did end up getting slapped on a bunch of other mons later, but... has a crazy high BST. Yeah, it's, I don't think it's ever been confirmed, but there's speculation that it was supposed to be, like, one of the legendaries, and then it got nerfed down to just being a normal Pokemon. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, I'm happy to use an Arcanine. Probably not in Kanto, though. Fire types are really bad in Kanto. This is gonna be a hard one to rank. Poliwag. It's cute. The whole Poly line is kinda terrible. I might put them all above Persian, but behind Gloom. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna put Poliwrath above Gloom, because I enjoy using Poliwrath in Pokemon Go. In Pokemon Go, it's usually really good in the Great League. It might be outclassed these days. I haven't played it as much this year, but like, it gets pretty good moves for Go, and water fighting is like a really nice dual stab. The big thing holding Poliwrath back, honestly, in Gen 1 and beyond, is it's a fighting type with, like, terrible fighting moves. and it's a water type with like okay moves. Generation 1, it has good attack, kind of whatever special attack, and you have no fighting moves except like submission, which sucks. And so you're just clicking like a really weak surf. And then after like Gen 2, you've got the Politoed Split Evo, which is just strictly better than Poliwrath like every gen since. Just because it can actually spam surf. And it also got the Drizzle ability, which just made it cracked, but Poliwrath, I feel like has potential one day. It's got that Urshifu typing. It can belly drum, so it's got that going for it, but I don't know. One of these days I feel like Poliwrath will get something in its kit just to make it really cool. Alright, the Abra line... Jet Punch for Poliwhirl. Honestly, if any other Mon was gonna get Jet Punch, I would give it to Poliwrath. And that would be pretty useful on its kit. I'm probably gonna say A tier for this whole line. The big thing with the Abra line, of course, is they're just really strong. Especially in Gen 1, Psychic types are just like OP, OP, OP. They had one weakness to Bug. There's like 2 bug moves in the entire game. Twin Needle, that's on Beedrill, and Beedrill sucks. And Pin Missile, which is on like Jolteon. And is there anything else? So, essentially, Psychic has no weakness. All of the Psychic types have really good special, so they all hit insanely hard. Just a lot of things going for Psychic. Abra, you can kind of see as the dud stage of the line. You only learn Teleport, so it's a little annoying to grind it up to Kadabra. Kadabra is really strong, and then if you trade Kadabra, you get this thing that is OP OP. And of course, it's also got the Mega, which is even more insane. These days, of course, with power creep and all, a lot weaker. I think it's mostly doing like Magic Guard Life Orb sweeps if it's not Mega Evolving. I ran in a Gen 7 Draft League a Focus Sash Alakazam with Counter, which was a really fun set because you keep your Sash because of Magic Guard, and you're so frail that you end up like automatically doing like max counter damage. Really fun set to use. I should really do another Draft League at some time. That was really fun. Maybe I should put on a Draft League. We'll see. Anyways, where do I want to put these exactly? I think they win out against... I'm gonna spread them out some. I like Pikachu more than Kadabra. I like Alakazam more than like all of these guys. There we go. Oh yeah, of course we have to talk about Uri Geller and how Uri Geller, a illusionist who people only know of because of him suing Pokemon, sued Pokemon because he thought Kadabra infringed on him because like it was like based on his name in Japanese, and he does like a spoon bending trick, and Kadabra would do the spoon bending trick. For some reason, this didn't lead to Kadabra getting banned. It led to him getting banned exclusively in the TCG. So I don't know why this didn't affect the video games. I've never really heard the whole explanation on that. So if anybody knows... Oh, was it banned in the anime too? So yeah, I don't know why Kadabra didn't just get completely retconned. I mean, that would be very weird, but I mean, the card game made it work. But these days, Uri Geller has dropped the lawsuit. So we do have full access to Kadabra in all extended Pokemon media. Thank Lord. Alright, so now we have the Machop line. Basically the poster child of fighting types, even though, like, Mankey is the first fighting type in the dex. Very cool mons. You kind of start out with Machop, which is like the scrawny weakling who's kind of training up. I'd probably put it about here. Then you go to Machoke, which is like yoked out buff guy. Probably put it around like here. I think I like Butterfree a bit more. And then you go to the Champ, and the Champ is probably like top of B for me. I like Machamp's design, and of course it has the no-guard gimmicks where you can no-guard Dynamic Punch, and you can also run Specs Machamp with no-guard Focus Blast and Fire Blast, which is very fun. And then I started blasting, but it also got a G-Max form. It's not good. It's maybe the worst G-Max form. The form itself is kind of cool, but the G-Max move, G-Max Chi Strike, is hot garbage. So it gives you the like pumped effect of focus energy where your crit goes up, but the problem is when you're a mono fighting type, so if you click your main stab in your G-Max form, I think the move's power caps at like 90, so it's not even going to be that strong. And you only get the pump effect like once. Like there's only one level of crit buff. So you click it once and then you're stuck clicking like random coverage moves for the other 3 turns. Oh boy. Really terribly designed. The look is kind of cool though. He gets like pants and his like veins are like bursting with like rage-filled energy. It's very cool, but I just wish it was any type of good. Base Machamp is actually like pretty good though. It's not incredible, but I think Machamp is let down by being in Gen 1. If Machamp came out in like Generation 5, it would be like OP. I mean, we saw Conkeldurr, so... Bellsprout. Famous in Johto for the Sprout Tower. I think it's about on the same level of Oddish, but I like it more than Oddish. I think it's a more unique design. It's kind of a, like, strange, like... It's almost got, like, a Hoenn stat spread. It's like a kind of bulky mixed attacker. It's not horribly slow, though. I think Victory Bell is, like, base 70 or something. Weepin' Bell, this thing has a hilarious design. Probably a little better than Bellsprout. And then Victory Bell, I honestly really like this thing. Probably a little better than Venomoth. It just got a Mega. The Mega is really fun. Really interested to see what the Mega ability is once Champions comes out. Victory Bell itself, in-game, it's definitely your best pick if you didn't pick Bulbasaur. If you want to use a grass type, it gets, I think it gets Sleep Powder in Gen 1, but I know it gets access to Razor Leaf. So this is your leafer of choice if you didn't go with the Bulbasaur line. And it's actually got, like, pretty good stats. Mega Victory Bell will get Corrosion Trust. I hope it gets, like, Super Corrosion, where it can hit Steel types with poison moves. And not just like, oh boy, I can Toxic things. But, you know, we'll see. Tentacruel is a Pokemon that exists. It's pretty cool. It's like, I'm thinking like right there is good for Tentacruel. Tentacruel, I think, is really cool. Ironic because this is the cool one, but I'll put you like about here. Really cool, like mid-tier defensive mon. It has insane special defense and can rapid spin, so it has a lot of just like utility. It lost a lot in the Gen 2 special split, because in Generation 1 this thing had 120 special attack, and then like when it split, unfortunately that great stat became special defense. But it still has like okay enough special attack where you can make it work. Oh yeah, you also lost Gen 1 Wrap, but I mean that's just like unfair anyways. But I would still say it's good these days. In-game, it's only really worth using in Gen 1 because it's a really strong water-type move spammer. In other games, I guess if you just really need a water type and have no better option, or if you just catch a Tentacle and teach it Surf, it's useful that way. Very much a parallel to Raticate in that it's a common mon that you can put HMs on. Geodude, really good Pokemon. Definitely falls off after like Gen 4 or so. The design is pretty funny. I'm gonna say about like here. Graveler, never super vibed with Graveler, I'll be honest. I'll put him about like here. I like him better than Persian. And then Golem, this guy's awesome. Anybody ever play that Golem game? I'm talking about Pokemon, of course. What else would I be talking about? Golem is very strong early on. It just has cracked physical stats. And especially in early gens, a lot of things are like... A lot of the special attacks that you can't tank with Golem's weak to anyways, so you're gonna swap. Like, you're not gonna stay in with Golem. And a lot of the physical attacks that are coming your way, Golem can just eat up. Like, the most threatening thing is, like, Earthquake, because fighting-type moves don't exist. Normal-type moves, you sponge. So, like, hey... famously, Golem is like OP in the Gen 2 games. It matches up super well against Falkner, super well against Bugsy, and then Whitney, you can sort of kind of tank normal moves. The problem, of course, is the metronome mill tank that can do whatever it wants, but... Or, no, it doesn't have metronome, it just has rollout. Which, you don't resist rollout, but... I mean, you could probably tank hits long enough to kill it. It lost Rapid Spin in Gen 3 and never got it back. It would be a lot better if it had Rapid Spin, for sure. That is a very sad loss. Oh, I guess I'll mention the Alolan form. I really like the design. Man, is it bad. Slow, rock, electric. Dies to everything. Very cool though, and I love the galvanize ability because you can like combo it with explosion. Super funny. Ponyta, pretty cute. It's a horse. Would you call this an amazing mon? Oh, I think I like it more than the Charmanders. I think I like it more than Sandslash. Tentacool is cooler though. Ponyta is very much just like a horse that's on fire. But I mean, hey, that's a cool idea. Rapidash is like a bigger Ponyta. The biggest thing holding Rapidash back is it's a physical fire type. And by the time physical fire moves exist, it has just a god-awful speed stat for something called Rapidash. So it is not moving rapidly. If it was moving rapidly, then it would probably be pretty good. It does get a lot of like random moves that are kind of nice. It gets like Mega Horn, Drill Run, Iron Tail, I don't know. And there's not a whole lot of horse Pokemon either, so it is pretty cool just to have like a horse, especially in the first gen. Slowpoke, you already know. You already know. God tier Pokemon. Adorable, funny, strong. Come here, Slowbro. Yeah, baby. I like Slowpoke better. This thing is so fun. It is a slow, bulky pivot of in like later gens, especially Gen 8 when it got the teleport. These days, Slowking, Slowpoke's other evolution, is way better with its chilly reception signature move, but Slowpoke is why you pick Leaf Green over Fire Red. No, that's for a mon we're gonna talk about later, but hey, Slowpoke does exist. It's got a really wacky move pool. It learns Flamethrower for some reason. And really good defensive stats. The Mega Slowbro is really fun too, because it's like a Calm Mind sweeper that can't be crit, so you focus on like Calm Minding a couple times. You have insane defense so you don't die. You can't be crit because of shell armor, and you can like recover the damage with recover. I think the music died again. Yeah. Go with this one. Alright. You can also pivot it a lot earlier in the battle. Oh yeah, Regenerator. I didn't even talk about Regenerator. One of the most insane abilities ever. You can pivot out with Regenerator and get like, I think it's like a quarter of your health back. And this thing is so bulky that you could just do that over and over. It's so great. Oh yeah, there's also the infamous Fun Bro set, which I think is Heal Pulse, Block, Recycle, and Heal Pulse, Block, Recycle. What is the last move on Fun Bro? I can't remember. Is it Recover? I don't know. But anyways, the whole idea of the Fun Bro set... Oh, Slack Off, yeah, so you can heal off the damage. But the whole idea with Fun Bro is you hold a Lepa Berry and then just never run out of PP on your side. Your opponent will run out of PP, so then you start heal pulsing them so they don't die. And you lock yourself into an infinite battle where the only way you can get out is if your opponent forfeits. Obviously this was way too toxic and annoying, so it was banned from Smogon, #1. So you can't do this on Showdown, but I think it also led, along with some other things, but I think this contributed to, in Generation 8, legacy moves, which were allowed in Gen 8 and then not any other game since. You would have to get a special tag for Mons you transferred into Gen 8 for them to actually compete in online battles, and to get that tag you had to have your moveset reset. And if you didn't do that, then you couldn't do like ranked ladder stuff. I think this was to avoid having just random old moves that you could use for wacky, crazy gimmick sets like this. And also so you don't get like insane OP stuff like V-Create Mega Rayquaza or like Victini with all of the Truth Ideals trio moves. What are they called? Like the Tao trio? Oh yeah, unfortunately I think it does also kill Refresh Salamence. Sad. Anyways, then we have Magnemite. I'm a big Magnemite fan. How big of a Magnemite fan am I? I'm thinking like, maybe like up here. I'm a big Steel-type fan. Magneton, hilarious. It's 3 Magnemites. Hilarious. This thing is my worst nightmare as a fan of Skarmory. So in Generation 3, this thing was mostly used as a trapper. Sorry. I forgot to reset it when I did the music. Okay, anyways, Magnemite and Magneton are on top of A tier. My bad. But, Magnemite and Magneton are famous for being Steel-type trappers with Magnet Pull. And their main target is, of course, Skarmory, who's weak to Electric. Although there are other things you can trap with Magnet Pull. And back in the day, what you would do is you would manipulate for specific hidden powers on your Magneton, so you can hit specific things that you wanted to blow up by trapping it with Magnet Pull. For example, you can run HP Fire, just to cook random steel types. Ferrothorn being your main target with HP Fire. You can run HP Water to beat Heatran and Excadrill, who both of those would probably decimate you otherwise, because you're a steel type yourself. And then I suppose also you could run Hidden Power Ground to beat like opposing Magnemite, and then just like other grounded electrics, other grounded steel types. You could technically run Hidden Power Ground for Heatran, but like Heatran's probably holding an air balloon, right? I don't know, very good mons as far as like trappers go. It's a lot more honest of a trapper than Dugtrio as well, because it's only specific mons. And outside of like trapping those specific mons, the only thing it's really good for is like a strong Thunderbolt. The Magnemite line has kind of fallen off in recent years just because it really doesn't have coverage. You gained Body Press, so that's like something you can do, I guess, but I don't know how you beat Skarmory. Well, you beat it with Thunderbolt, but I don't know how you beat like the random plethora of steel types with this thing these days. Also, I mentioned it when I slapped it up here, but really fun design. This is just a goofy, like, robot. It looks like it was put together by a child, which I like. And then this thing is just 3 of them, which is so funny. Alright, Farfetch'd. So my base on the Cobblemon server, I decided to plant a bunch of medicinal leeks around the place. And I am just swarmed with Farfetch'd all the time. It's so funny. This Pokemon is a joke, but it's a pretty good joke. Probably about here. So Farfetch'd is based on a pun. I don't remember the word exactly, but Farfetch'd is based on like a Japanese proverb that is, a duck comes bearing its own leek, which essentially means like, this is too good to be true. Because when would a duck come up to you with its seasoning in hand, ready for the slaughter, you know? And that is the joke with Farfetch'd. This is too good to be true. Because you get Farfetch'd in Generation 1 exclusively from trading. I believe you trade Spearow for it. And you think it's going to be really strong because you get it from a trade. No. It's like, I'm surprised this thing has never been first gym leader's ace levels of power. Farfetch'd did get a Galarian form later, which is really cool. And it does get an evolution, which is like kind of okay. It's basically just spamming scrappy close combat, but you know, it's better than nothing. It does also get the exclusive item, the Stick. I think formerly known as the Leek, right? And it would boost your crit rate permanently, which is pretty nice. Farfetch'd is also really good in Gen 1 as far as like, it gets high crit slash and it can learn a bunch of HMs. So it's not too good to be true. There are some levels of greatness to Farfetch'd. Now we got the Chad normal flyer. So Chad, it's making it to A tier. Doduo and Dodrio, baby. Another apparently I really like this gimmick of just having 3 of a thing, but these are based on the dodo bird, which are like an extinct flightless bird, but it's got 2 heads as well, which is goofy. And then this one gets even bigger. I think they're also sort of based on ostriches, right? But really fun, just as like a flightless bird. It does actually learn fly for some reason. You got jump kick on Dodrio, which was a huge buff, for 1 Jin, and then they deleted jump kick, so thanks Game Freak. Surely Dodrio will see huge buffs again one day, but as far as in-game goes, this is your choice for normal flying if you want to keep it all game. I remember in Gen 1 I ran Dodrio with Hyper Beam, Fly, Tri-Attack, and 4th move. I don't remember the 4th move. And I just had a great time destroying things with a strong normal type. Alright, we're getting into some awkward filler here. Seal, very cute. Go with your buddy Poliwag here. The Seal line is... Dugong is begging for an evolution. Like... It's on the cusp of being okay. It just has, like, really bad stats, decent move pool, and it's a water-ice type, which, spoilers, there's other water-ice types in Kanto, and they're also better than Dugong. It would make sense if you got Dugong, like, kinda early, so it was, like, what you use early on as, like, your ice type, but no, it's locked to, like, the cave outside of Blaine's gym, like the little water cavern. I forget what it's called. So like I don't know what they were cooking with Dugong, and it's like the only Gen 1 Pokemon to get like 0 love from Game Freak. Like no Mega, no G-Max, no special Z move, no regional form, no new evolution. One day, justice for Dugong. Grimer? This might be a surprising one for me, but I'm a big Grimer fan. Muck is also pretty cool. It's just... So this is called Pocket Monsters, right? And you don't get much more monstrous than a evil pile of goo. And they're also, like, really fun to use. Muck, you can, like, spam curse. Well, not really spam, but you can, like, curse a couple times and you get, like, really good physical coverage. So you can, like, shadow sneak things and, like, combo it with, I think you get Drain Punch, if not, like, Brick Break or something. Only thing I could see Dugong getting is a regional form. I feel like it could get an evolution. There's a world where there's a really good Dugong evolution. It's not this world, but... Alright, so now we have Shelder. Another S-tier Pokemon for me. I love the Shelder line. And just a pretty unique water type. Not the most unique thing ever, but I like it more than... I'll do like this. Honestly, I think Cloyster might be my favorite mod on here so far. I love using Cloyster. I used it in the Cobblemon tournament. I've used it in Gen 7. Was it in Gen 8? I might have used it in Gen 8 if it existed. It's just the one of the best, if not the best, Shell Smash sweepers. And you also get access to just a lot of fun with multi-hit moves and skill link. I've never understood why Cloyster is an ice type though. I'm not complaining because you get Stab, Icicle Spear, and Ice Shard. But like, I don't know, it's just a clam. Like, it would make more sense if it was like Water Rock. Or like just pure water. King's Rock Cloyster was fun, RIP. That's what got it banned from Gen 5, right? I think there were some other gens that banned King's Rock Cloyster, but I really don't feel like it's the most skillless thing ever. I mean, it isn't like the freest thing ever to Shell Smash with. Because, I mean, the special defense on Cloyster isn't amazing. But, I mean, if you Shell Smash once, you probably outspeed most things. And then you just win because you flinched like 100 times. I'm not saying it's balanced, I just don't know if it's like uber ban worthy. I feel like special attackers can destroy it. But I'm no expert on the meta, so don't quote me when I say this. I'm sure someone who's like an expert in like using Cloyster in specific metagames can like ratio me. And I'm okay with that because I know I'm not an expert. I'm just saying I like Cloyster, so. And I don't exclusively use the disgusting King's Rock set. I think it's really good with White Herb, because then you get to keep your amazing physical defense intact. Oh, before we talk about the Ghastly line, we also need to talk about Cloyster's amazing signature move, Clamp. I'll put the squeeze on ya. It was good in Gen 1, sort of. You're not very fast though, so oof. And then from like Gen 2 on, Clamp is just completely useless. But it also got distributed to other stuff, so. Spike Cannon? Spike Cannon is pretty terrible, I'm sorry. So Ghastly, the more time goes on, the less and less I like Ghastly. Probably about here. The Ghastly line is the stand-in... Not the stand-in, it's kind of like the Machop line for ghosts. It's the thing you think of when you think of the ghost type. It's also the only ghost in Gen 1, but... Haunter is like... Honestly, I like Ghastly more. And then Gengar is such a Giga Chad, it can go low A. Ghastly, Haunter, Gengar, they're all comparable to the Abra line, but not exactly. Ghastly isn't as much dead weight as Abra. Haunter and Kadabra are very comparable because you can not bother evolving them and still just destroy the game with them. And then Gengar plays very differently from Alakazam. It is just kind of a ghost type. You can use it to spin block because it's immune to normal moves, so rapid spin can't hit it. You can keep hazards up. It has like defensive sets where you can like hex things and like will-o-wisp and other random stuff. The main thing you want to do with Gengar, of course, is like destroy things with Shadow Ball, but it has other stuff it can do. The most broken way to use Gengar is using its Mega. We were talking about Shell Smash Blastoise earlier. Get ready for Encore Mega Gengar in Pokemon Champions. That is gonna be fun. And by fun, I mean disgusting. Disable Encore. I don't know what else you would use. Perish Song? But, you also have a Gigantamax form. Gigantamax form is terrible. Like, there's no way around it. The Gigantamax form is basically the budget form of the Mega. It's G-Max move, which I don't even remember the name of. It just traps the opponent. But, like, it's a Ghost-type move, so normal types are immune to it. If your opponent isn't immune to it, they probably swap to somebody who can deal with Gengar. So, like, Okay, before we move on to Onix, I will say that, like, Gengar is really cool. My main problem with Gengar is, like, if you're building like a ghost team like early on, you kind of have to put Gengar on your team. And even nowadays, Gengar is still like a really good pick, so you just kind of get tired of seeing Gengar, especially since like Haunter is like, or not Haunter, Ghastly is just like a really common ghost type to put just in like ghost areas. Like if there's an area where we're gonna put ghost types, we gotta put Ghastly there. It's just generic Ghost for the series at this point, which is kind of sad, but Onix is great. We love Onix. How high do I want to put Onix? I'll put him above. I like him more than Machoke. This is 100% for the meme. Onix is, like, completely unviable outside of everything but Little Cup, where he's a god. In-game, god-awful. Competitively, outside of Little Cup, god-awful. But hey, I like the design. He's a Gen 1 icon. And, I mean, he honestly does look cool. The biggest disappointment with Onix is such a cool design is on such a weak Pokemon. Because I don't think Steelix is as cool as Onix. In order to get, like, usable stats, you had to nerf the design, which is so sad. Never forget Duralaton had to get banned from Little Cup. I remember using Girafarig and Dunsparce in Little Cup when Gen 9 dropped. That was really fun. Girafarig was like blatantly broken in Little Cup. It was so funny. Drowsy is like bizarrely, like, with how unique these guys look, these are like the filler psychic types of the Dex, which is really weird. I think I'm gonna put it above Dugong. These are like the Dex filler gang. I like Drowsy more than Hypno. Honestly, like Seal and Dugong more than Hypno. Hypno is like a freak. It's still really good in Gen 1 because it is a psychic type. But, like, it's never done anything too spectacular. I actively, like, groaned when I saw it was back in Scarlet and Violet because I knew they didn't give this thing any buffs. And they didn't. It's still terrible. In fact, they nerfed it because they removed Dream Eater from Drowsy and Hypno. Dream Eater. And no, they didn't dex it Dream Eater because Gardevoir learns it. Oh man. Hey, at least it gets Psychic Noise. What's that new... Is Psychic Noise the one that cancels out healing? I know that move has been like making waves in competitive just because like it's kind of nice to destroy stall. But I haven't really played much Gen 9 competitive. Gen 9 OU just sounds terrible. Just like unfun tier to me, so I played it a little bit before the DLC came out and I could never really get into it. I don't like Terra much, and now they've like unbanned like crazy stuff like Darkrai and Zamazenta, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Krabby's cool. Probably above Machop. I really like Kingler. Kingler can go higher. Put Kingler... Kingler might be top of B for me. He feels like a good top of B. You can honestly move up too, now that I've been looking at this. Go here. Go here, yeah. Kingler is competing with Feraligatr, bizarrely enough. It and Feraligatr are both sheer force water types, and so it goes back and forth on which one you think is better or which one is better, just depending on what moves they get and what you need on your team. I think Kingler is faster and it might hit harder too, but Feraligatr is way more bulky, so it's kind of up to preference, and I think they get different moves too. Kingler of course has access to the mighty Crab Hammer, but you're probably not going to use Crab Hammer with sheer force. You're going to use like Liquidation. But really cool design. It's just a big crab. G-Max Kingler, really goated design, honestly. I love the giant foam beard it gets, and then like it just gets giant creepy crab legs. Very funny. G-Max Foam Burst is disappointing though. Its signature G-Max move. It just lowers speed by 1. Yay. That was worth losing the ability to set my own rain. Voltorb. You know we ponder the orb on this channel. I love the idea of the RPG mimic. And I think Pokemon nailed it on their first try with like the Pokeball mimic. This is very fun. It's just a ball with eyes. The evolution, not feeling as much. It's kind of lazy. They flipped it around. I think I'm gonna put it like here. All they did was flip it around and they gave it a mouth. Not the most inspired design. Electrode is also very disappointing to use, unfortunately. Lightning fast, literally lightning, it's an electric type. But the abilities or whatever, and kind of all you can do is set screens and explode, so Yay! I think I'd rather set screens with, like, my Grimmsnarl or something. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Execute and Exeggutor. Exeggutor, one of the strongest Pokemon in all of Generation 1. I don't think it is one of the best, unfortunately. I think it falls out of, like, the top 5 a lot. But it is actively good in Gen 1, and then as time goes on, that 4 times bug weakness gets worse and worse. Its stats keep getting worse and worse compared to the competition. Execute's a very bizarre design too. Like, I don't know why it's eggs. I mean, it's like coconuts that evolve into a palm tree, but, like, they look like eggs for some reason. I do like them, though. Very goofy. I think we'll put Execute here. And then Exeggutor, I vibe with Exeggutor. I think, a little better than Victreebel. I wish it was faster. It does get access to one of the most fun abilities for random battles, Harvest. So Harvest, you can recycle your berry in sunlight, which is very funny. So you can, like, put Exeggutor on sun and then harvest back, like, a citrus berry for healing, or you can be a rambling gaming dude and you can harvest a starf berry over and over, which sharply raises one random stat over and over. So you could just have, like, budget Moody with your Exeggutor. Very fun. Is it good? No. But very fun. Cubone. I guess we'll get it out of the way. Rest in peace, Cubone's mom. So sad. I did like in the Let's Go games that your rival picks up the Cubone who lost his mom to Team Rocket. That was a nice little, like, story thing. And the Cubone actually stays on his team, like, the rest of the game, which is cool. Cubone itself, it's cute. I like it. You put it in the range of, like, cute mons I like. Probably about here. Marowak. We were talking about mons that are killed by their 3D model. This looks cool, right? Like, he's coming at you with the bone. In the 3D model, he's like, he's not T-posing, but he's standing there, and he's holding the bone. It's really lame. There's a lot more dynamic posing with Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak looks pretty cool in 3D, but the big, I think I'll put him above Vileplume. Or no, I'll put him, like, right here. The big thing that makes Marowak any kind of useful is the Thick Club, which doubles its attack stat, which makes it hit just as strong as Mega Blaziken. And in Gen 2, Knockoff didn't exist yet, so a lot of the Gen 2 meta was built around beating Snorlax, but also was built around, like, how you're going to get Marowak's Thick Club, because you would run, like, Thief, and Marowak would also run Thief to, like, get its club back, along with, like, just being able to steal other items, and, Was there anything else with Thick Club in Gen 2? Item control was kind of wacky in Gen 2. These days, holding onto your Thick Club for dear life is the life of a Marowak, because without it, it's not very good. Marowak really wishes it could hold Thick Club and a Choice Scarf as well. It's pretty slow. In a lot of ways, Marowak is just bad Sand Slash, but with the Thick Club, it, like, makes Sand Slash look like a complete jobber. Speaking of some jobbers, more Gen 1 fighting types. So we got Hitmonlee here. Hitmonlee, the first thing I think of every time I see it is there's that old, like, meme from 2016, like in the Pokemon Go craze days, where it's like this fried chicken sitting in like a heat warmer that's like doing the Hitmonlee pose, like it's got its leg like kicked out, and there's the caption that says just like, "He died fighting." I think of that every time I see Hitmonlee. Also very good in Stadium 2. Stadium 2 Hitmonlee has setup in Meditate. Talking about rental Hitmonlee, obviously. It has setup with Meditate, and it has its signature high jump kick, so you can actually like use a fighting move to kill things. It's crazy. Also, probably the best fighting type in Gen 1. Just like overall. It also has like unburden strategies it can do. It gets the unburden ability. I don't think it gets acrobatics, sadly, but like you can double your speed and then kill things with moves, hopefully. I've never been the biggest fan of the design of Hitmonlee, though. I think I'll put it about here. Yeah, that sounds good. Hitmonchan, though, every gen I try to make this work in low tiers. Assault Vest, 4-punch Hitmonchan. We got the Drain Punch, the Ice Punch, the Fire Punch, and the Thunder Punch, baby. Iron Fist Sweep, and we have insane res even without the Assault Vest. 4-punch man. Hitmonchan is easily the worst of the Hitmon trio. I like the design pretty well, though. I think I like Sand Slash a little bit more. I'll put him here. Hitmonchan is super easy to meme on in gens before Gen 4 because every time like an AI trainer runs Hitmonchan, they're running it like with the elemental punches, and Hitmonchan has like 35 special, like something like that. Like it's horrendously bad. So like it's doing 0 damage with any of the elemental punches it throws out. And then in the modern days, it gets like the Iron Fist ability to boost its punches, and it gets like a ton of different punching moves, and just like good moves in general to abuse. So all of the Hitmons get Rapid Spin, which is kind of weird. I guess it's like an egg move. And it's 100% so Hitmontop can learn Rapid Spin. But I don't know why they didn't just make Rapid Spin a level up move for Hitmontop and not give it to all of them. But they all have Rapid Spin, and that does make Hitmonchan a little better. Yeah, it is very disappointing how weak the punches are on the punching Pokemon. Alright, Lickitung. Is this our first Mon that got a later gen evolution? I mean, I guess technically Poliwhirl, but... Oh, Annihilate, I guess, but... This is the first one where the later gen Evo... Oh yeah, Onyx too. So I guess Onyx is the first one where the later gen Evo really mattered. This one, it took even longer for him to get an evolution. And the evolution is like okay. Licky Licky is very much like budget Snorlax in-game. And kind of out of game too. I don't know if Licky Licky's ever been big in competitive. Okay is a strong choice of words. It's not god-awful. I think it can, like, belly drum sweep, so hey. I do like Lickitung's design. It makes me think of, my old dog. May he rest in peace, because he was always licking stuff. I'll put him like right here. The biggest problem with Lickitung is god-awful stats. I think it's too OP for Little Cup, unfortunately, but... What does S tier look like so far? Looks like this. But I don't know. I don't have a ton to say about Lickitung. I think supposedly Lickitung was supposed to be part of like a normal gym that got cut. I could be wrong. I might be making that up. But it was supposed to be like an ace of like a super early trainer. And then that just never happened. Alright, so we got Dogas. The Smogon Council has entered the chat. I do really like Dogas. I think it's a funny design. Probably put it up here in A with its poison brother. A little higher though. I like it more than these guys. And Wheezing is more of the same, really. I think I like Dogas a little more, just because the design is funny. He's so happy. Wheezing got a big glow up in Gen 8. It got a new ability, Neutralizing Gas, which cancels opponents' abilities. And it's always been pretty good with Levitate. This is 100% a defensive mon. But, I mean, only being weak to Psychic is pretty good, because, like, Psychic is not that good anymore, so you're not running into that many Psychic moves. And Poison does have a lot of pretty decent resists. Poison type with Levitate is kind of like the budget version of being Poison Flying. I mean, in some ways it's not budget, because you have less weaknesses, but hey. Why are Shelter and the Slow family so far? Because Cloyster is my favorite mon in Gen 1, and I like Slowpoke. I like both of these mons, and I like both of these mons, that's why. Rhyhorn and Rhydon. Rhyhorn is maybe the most disappointing mon ever. It is super, super late game. Super late game. So you catch it, right? It's like slightly better than Geodude. It's Geodude with a little more HP, basically. But you get it so late into the game. Pretty much every time Rhyhorn shows up, too. I don't think there's a single game where you get Rhyhorn early. To be fair, getting it late means you get Rhydon pretty quickly. Because, I mean, you'll probably level it up enough to evolve it, but I don't know. It's got a really cool design, though. Obviously, in X and Y, there's the your mom, who's a Rhydon, a Rhyhorn racer, and then I might move it out of C tier. We can put it like here. Your mom's a Rhyhorn racer, and then you actually get to ride on Rhyhorn for like I think like one route. It has a Rhyhorn you can ride on, which is kind of neat. Rhydon. Rhydon, one of the best Pokemon in Generation 1. Still sort of okay to today. It is very much like physical mon in like every single... It's very much like physical stats, the Pokemon. You've got HP, attack, defense. Everything else is low. But, I mean, that's not terrible for Gen 1. You just gotta watch out for, like, Surf and Ice Beam or whatever. But, you can play around that, and you're, like, tanking Hyper Beams left and right. It is the first Pokemon ever designed, that's true. At least as far as we know as the general public. I'd say probably about here for I almost said Nidoking. For Rhydon. The one thing that makes Rhydon kinda... I think the music stopped again. Okay. The one thing that really makes Rhydon disappointing to me is the evolution. Which isn't Rhydon's fault, but Rhyperior is very disappointing as a Pokemon. The buffs really aren't that high, like it doesn't gain that much stats. It's mostly, it gets the filter ability, which is very whatever. The filter ability is not that incredible. And then after that, like the only other thing is you get like a terrible redesign. Like Rhyperior is so much uglier compared to our boy Rhydon here. Chansey, one of the best Pokemon ever. The design's kind of whatever, but I think it probably like bottom of A. Chansey, as a big Skarmory fan, we're like BFFs. Of course, in Gen 4 there was the Skarm Bliss duo, where Skarmory eats every physical hit, Blissey hits every special hit, takes every special hit. And then in Gen 5, everything came back to Chansey. It was great. We got the Eviolite, and everything from there has just been Chansey sweep until like Gen 8, when we got the heavy duty boots, which made people kind of go, you know, maybe we could use Blissey again. Blissey can hold the boots, and now it's immune to spikes and toxic spikes, and stealth rock. Whoa! But, Chansey will always be at least viable in some tier of competitive. It's just really good at being a special tank. And I mean, it's cute. It's not at all one of my favorites as I put it in A tier, but I mean, there's so much going for it. Tangela! Now, the last time I played Fire Red, I was informed of the mighty power of Chlorophyll Solar Beam Tangela in Gen 3. No, I'm messing with you. No, Tangela's cool. Tangela massively benefits from getting an evolution later. Tangrowth is incredible, but Tangela is really cute. It reminds me of that like Minecraft mob that didn't get voted in, that like shrub thing. How far up do I want to put this? I like it more than the Hitmons. It can go here. Yeah, and Eviolite Tangela isn't exactly a slouch either. It doesn't get all the moves you would want, mostly because it doesn't have arms like Tangrowth. I don't think it gets knockoff, sadly, but it is a Eviolite mon with regenerators, so that goes places. And then, I guess fun fact, it's the only mono grass type in Gen 1. Every other grass type has a dual, most of them being poison. There's Executor, who's part psychic, and then there's Parasect, wherever it went. There it is, who's grass and bug. So, way to go, Tangela. Unique. Kangaskhan. VGC is in shambles. Kangaskhan has entered the chat. Kangaskhan is not anything too special these days, but back in Gen 1 it was like pretty decent. It was another fast-ish normal type. It's kind of like Persian in that it's basically budget Tauros. You always would rather be using Tauros, but hey, Kangaskhan is here, so... later on it gained the Scrappy ability, which is nice for just like hitting ghosts. And then of course in Gen 6 it took over everything with Mega Kangaskhan, and its incredibly broken Parental Bond ability. All of your moves will go twice, but on the second hit it'll be half as weak in Gen 6, and then Gen 7 they nerfed it to 25%. But on what's broken to me isn't the damage, it's you get the secondary effects of the move again. So if a move has like a 20% chance to drop defense, now you have a 40% basically. If a move has a chance to flinch, it rolls if it flinches twice. If a move ups your stats, it ups them twice. It's a really fun ability just because you can look at all of the moves in a Pokemon's move pool and go, how can I abuse this with Parental Bond? It affects Seismic Toss? I didn't know that. That's cool. But yeah, at base, Kangaskhan is not really that exciting. It's just kind of here. There is the baby thing, which is interesting. I don't know how Kangaskhan hatches from an egg with a baby. Maybe they'll explain that one day. Terena-san, don't you want to catch me? It's time for Goo Goo Babies, Terena-san. Enter me in the VGC Players Cup. Anyways, Horsey. We love Horsey. Probably an A tier for Horsey. Very cute line. Based on seahorses. Seahorses are really cool. Not the best in Gen 1, sadly. Just a filler water type. But, once you get into, not as big on Seadra. Honestly, I'll put the line like this. I think Arcanine sweeps it, but, this is one of the most confusing lines ever as far as typing goes. In Gen 1, they're described as the dragon Pokemon, but neither of them are dragon. This gets Poison Point, but it's not a poison type. Very strange. This entire line is made relevant by Kingdra. Without it, like, god-awful. Seadra, like, it isn't good even with Eviolite. Like, do not use Seadra. It's not worth it. But I do like the designs. I think they're very cute. They're just, like, cool little seahorses. I think we finally got some more stuff for that E tier. Yay! Man, Seaking is, like... These are some, like, massive filler mons. Move them to F? I'll move Seaking to F. F for fish. Seaking is so bad. The one thing it has is it can, like, be immune to electric with Lightning Rod. And then what? Lightning Rod boosts your special attack and you're a physical attacker. What are you doing? Horrible Pokemon. Staryu, not a horrible Pokemon. No, not S tier. It's not quite that good, but I'm thinking probably bottom A for the Staryu family. These are bizarre... I'll put Staryu below. These are very bizarre mons. Like, they're described as aliens. They learn, like, every single move ever that you would want it to learn. And, yeah, I don't know. Competitive goat for a while. Yeah, another rapid spinner. And it has natural cures, so like for a little bit there, this was really good at just like being a support mon. I wouldn't really call it a tank, but it was like kind of fast and can rapid spin and recover. So, and of course it scalds things, and we love scalds. So, in game you have access to like Surf, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Psychic, probably other moves, but that's all you need, so. There's a Starmie Colt and ZA. That's hilarious. I need to finish ZA at some point. Mr. Mime. Yeah, I'll put it here. I don't hate Mr. Mime, but I don't love it. Obviously, the design is off-putting. It's not really good. Like, it's not unusable garbage, but, like, it's like a Psychic Fairy with Filter, which is kind of fun, but I don't know. Scyther is fun. Good Mon. Probably like bottom A. Does Scyther beat anybody here? Yeah, we're gonna say bottom A. You hate Scyther? That was probably for Mr. Mime, right? Scyther has some of the coolest evolutions in the series because both of his evolutions keep the exact same stats, like stat total. But when you go from Scyther to Scizor, it becomes like a slow tank, and when you go from Scyther to Cleavor, it becomes like super tough and like slower, but not super slow. Like there's a vision with all of its evolutions, which I really like, and they all use the same stats, which is cool. And Scyther itself is no slouch, especially since it can use Eviolite. So you can do like an Eviolite Swords Dance set, which is pretty cool. It does get a high crit slash in Gen 1. It's like the only move it gets, though. I think it gets wing attack in like special yellow edition, which like yay, but I don't know. Good Mon, also the ace of gym leader Bugsy's team. We know Bugsy is powerful, right? Jinx. It's probably gonna be a controversial opinion. I kinda like Jinx. It's gonna go bottom of B. It's not going super high. I think it's a really cool Pokemon as far as like how it's set up. It has dry skin, similar to Parasect, but not really, where like you're weak to fire anyways, so who cares? And having the rain benefits and the water immunity is really nice. And then it's just kind of like a sort of fast ice psychic sweeper, kind of neat. It also has access to a Lovely Kiss, which is like type shifted sleep powder, but without the powder. So hey, that's good. You can sleep grass types. Yeah, this poor thing got left behind when Magmar and Electabuzz got evolutions. I still think Jinx would be a good candidate for an actual evolution, especially if it's never gonna get that Mega Evolution. I think it would be a good candidate for an Evo, but I think Mega Jinx would have been really cool, but oh well. Speaking of the Mons that didn't get left behind, it's Electabuzz. Recently, hearing some buzz about Electabuzz in VGC, I got access to Follow Me, which is like a redirect move that's only really good in doubles. It just makes your opponents hit Electabuzz. But hey, it's something it can do, and it can hold Eviolite, so... I don't really want to call it like a filler in Gen 1, but it's just kind of a weird Mon that exists. It's one of those Mons where like it gets filled out later on with the baby form and then the evolution. Like, it builds upon itself as Pokemon continues. But, Sneasler and Shamble, immune to Dire Claw's net. Oh yeah, because it has Vital Spirit and it's an electric type, right? So you can only poison it. What is Sneasler gonna do? Probably put it about here. If I was going to buff this line, this is the most obvious thing, of course, I would add the fighting type to it. They just, I mean, they're like gorillas, right? It just makes sense to me, but... Magmar, famous for its hilarious Japanese name. Not 100% sure where I want to put this one. Probably like here. I'm not the biggest Magmar fan. Like its counterpart here, it did get Follow Me in Gen 9, so you can run like Eviolite, Follow Me Magmar. And I think it gets Flame Body, which makes it kind of useful that way, but... I don't really vibe with Magmar's design. This is gonna probably sound like heresy, but I like Magmortar better. I think it's cool that it has like the giant mortar arms, even if it is like super fat. I don't know, I mean, this is just kind of a duck that's on fire. Nah, I don't hate it, but... Pinsir. I'm a fan of Pinsir. Big fan of Pinsir. We're gonna go... I think we're gonna go here with Pinsir. I think Pinsir's really cool. It's just this like monstrous beetle. Learns a lot of fighting moves for some reason. Not a fighting type. Sadly, it's barely a bug type. It really only gets like X-Scissor, but hey, it's something. Its Mega was really fun to use back in the day. Hopefully they don't nerf it into the ground in Champions. I guess we'll see, but... I mean, later gens, this thing isn't bad. Early gen, it's like whatever, but... Pinsir actually has pretty good stats. I mean, I feel like you're kind of sleeping on it. Like, these are like Heracross level stats. It's just you have to put up with mono bug, and your only bug move being basically X-Scissor. Right, I'm not making that up, right? Oh, you get Bug Bite and Fury Cutter, my bad. So your only bug move is X-Scissor. But... it also gets really fun abilities. There's Mold Breaker, which isn't the most useful on Pinsir, but it exists. And then Moxie is really fun. I've run like Scarfed Moxie Pinsir in some lower tiers before. Tauros, the king of Gen 1. The face of Hyper Offense in Gen 1. You just spam Hyper Beam and Body Slam until you win. Probably about here for me. I am a fan of the bull. I think its regional forms are way cooler. I like the color scheme better, and they all have like way better typings too. Mono normal is like, It's so sad because I feel like Game Freak has tried to give Tauros its glory days back. They give it really good abilities, really good moves, and it just can't do it. Every time it tries to play with the big boys, it gets shot down. But it'll always have Gen 1, so... Magikarp, iconic Pokemon. It's hot garbage, but it is, like, hilarious. Probably about here. Gyarados, not hot garbage. Really good, really strong. Probably about here for me. Mega Gyarados is kind of whatever. I wish they made it Water Dragon instead of Dark. You get Stab Crunch, but like, I just feel like the dark side is the dark side. The dark type is just pure downside. But I don't know. I mean, Water Dark Stab is pretty good, but Mega Gyarados is interesting because you can play with the type change. Because you can use the flying type to ignore like ground type moves coming at you, and then Mega Evolve when you feel comfortable. I remember Magikarp Jump. That's a really fun game. I think you can still download it, but it hasn't gotten updates in years. It's really fun. You just infinitely train jumping Magikarps. Honestly, just for Magikarp Jump. There you go, buddy. Good game. Good mobile game, but you know. Gyarados is always super strong, no matter what game it's in. I think I'm gonna put it above these goobers. It also looks really cool. Lapras. It's alright. It's pretty. It I think A tier's too high. Probably about like here. Yeah, I think I like Onyx more. Lapras is like most well known for being the icon of surfing for a while. You surf on your Lapras. It has a bizarrely even stat spread. Like, check this out. Really good HP, and then like attack and special attack are dead even. Massive res. It's like you can actually run physical Lapras if you want to, but like I don't know what you're doing. The only reason I ever really used Lapras in any game outside of being like an HM user in X and Y is like you can use Gmax Lapras, who is probably the best Gmax form in the series. It has Gmax Resonance, I think it's called, which sets Aurora Veil for free. You don't need Hail up, you don't need Snow up. It just sets it. Great! And it's an Ice type attack without even thinking about the screen setup. And Ice type moves are just really powerful, so... Ditto is weird because, like... I mean, I guess you're just kind of thinking of the blob. Shout out to Pokopia, I guess. I don't know. I think it may be bottom of B. Ditto has a fun niche at the start of every gen because you run Imposter Ditto with the Choice Scarf to reverse sweep people like early in a gen of like competitive, just so you can like start learning sets. And then Imposter Ditto falls off like a couple months in. Thank you for the breeding help, Ditto. Yeah, this mon exists for one purpose and one purpose only. For its fun imposter ability, of course. What? What did you think I was gonna say? So we got Eevee. Eevee, my dad's favorite Pokemon. A lot of people's favorite Pokemon, actually. Eevee's alright. Probably say, like, low A tier. Probably bottom A tier, yeah. Eevee had Extreme Evo Boost in Gen 7, which was the only time Eevee was ever relevant in a competitive battle. Outside of that, any game where you can get Eevee, the thought crosses your mind of, should I catch Eevee? And if I do, what evolution is the best for my team? And why is it not Flareon? But a good option is Vaporeon, one of the better water types in Gen 1. Still a good Pokemon to these days. Probably put it around, like, here. I like it more than these guys. Put it here. Oh yeah, there's also Gigantamax Eevee. This sucks. So Vaporeon, speaking of sucking, it has Water Absorb, and the hydration ability, which will keep it hydrated, don't worry. And it has access to Charm, and... Alright, I'm gonna stop. Vaporeon is best known for defensive sets with, like, Wish and Protect. And, of course, it's a water type, so it can scald things. It's pretty good in-game just for being a water type, too. You can surf and Ice Beam with it. Most of Eevee's evolutions don't get great move pools, so Vaporeon actually having a move pool is very nice. Speaking of not having a move pool, it's Jolteon. Jolteon's pretty cool. I like it more than Vaporeon. I like it more than Pikachu. Probably about here. Jolteon, probably your best electric type for Gen 1. It's really fast, hits pretty hard. The main problem with Jolteon is it doesn't really have coverage. It has Thunderbolt and, like, Shadow Ball. And besides that, you're hoping you get, like, a hidden power that's good, or... Oh, does it learn Alluring Voice? Okay, well, I guess it learns Alluring Voice in Gen 9. But, historically, Jolteon's always been pretty good. It's just a fast electric. Pretty fun design, too. It's like the Eevee got, like, static shocked. So it's got all its, like, fur jolting out in little pins. Flareon... I mean, we love you, buddy, but... Probably, like, about here. Hey, it does have the same attack stat as Machamp's, though. These guys are sparring. Flareon is very cute. The problem is it's very weak. This thing gets, like, no moves. And its abilities are pretty terrible on it, too. It's a fire type with Guts, which means you're hard locked to using, Poison Orb if you want to take advantage of your Guts boost. Unless you just want to hope your opponent's status is you, but, like, what? It does have a bit of a gimmick in Gen 9 with Terra, because you can Terra normal and then get the Flame Orb boost, and then you get Stab Facade. Let's go. As we all know from the hit game Uma Musume Pretty Derby, hello Rapidash, Guts is the best stat, and Flareon has a lot of Guts, so we know it's a good Mon. Porygon, I love this thing. Hold up, road to the top. S tier, baby. Probably beating out a couple of these guys. I should move the orb up too. justice for Porygon. One of the most fun ideas for a Pokemon. It's a literal Digimon, digital monster. It is based on like early 3D modeling, and then when it evolves, it becomes a smoother 3D model. Such a fun idea. You also have Porygon as the resident king of gambling. You can only get it by getting a ton of coins at the game corner. Your reward is like a useless normal type, but hey, he looks cool. And later gens, he does get better and better. You get 2 evolutions, which are both uniquely good. Porygon 2 is really good as like a Trick Room Mon and like doubles, and pretty good in singles. And then Porygon Z is like a sort of fast, not really. It's kind of like a Choice Scarf Mon with just sky-high special attack. Omanite. 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 Oh yeah, all praise Lord Helix. Here? I don't know, I'm not really blown away by Omanite. Omastar I like less than Omanite. I'll put him here. The Omanite line is another, like, Shell Smash sweeper. Not at all as good as Cloyster, though. Way too slow. You have to, like, smash twice to do anything, really. To this day, Omanite still doesn't get a good rock move. I think you get, like, Ancient Power, and you might get Meteor Beam. But are you gonna Shell Smash and then Meteor Beam? Huh? It does get, like, pretty decent coverage, though. It's the only, like, special attack-oriented rock type in Gen 1, which is pretty fun. Kabuto. This guy is freaky, man. I like how spooky Kabuto is. Still like a B tier, though. Probably about here. Kabuto, fond memory of Kabuto I have. I got a shiny Kabuto in Pokemon Go, like, ages ago. Evolved it into Kabutops, and then I transferred it to Bank, like, a couple years ago. Or, Pokemon Home, sorry, not Pokemon Bank. And so I've got that good old Kabutops just hanging out. Speaking of Kabutops, here we go. Very cool Mon. I like the Scythe arms. Possible connection to Scyther? Possible connection to, Genesect? I do like it. It's not at all good competitively, but I love the design, and I love all the implications it has just with what it is. Like, it kind of makes you think about the lore of Pokemon and how they all connect, just as this being like an ancestor to other Pokemon. Put it about, like, here. Yeah, that seems good. Aerodactyl, for sure the best Fossilmon in Gen 1. What a Chad. Probably, like, here for me? Another member of the Game Freak was afraid to give things the Dragon-type club. Him and Gyarados are hanging out in the same tiers, so... Aerodactyl is famous for being one of the Mons that Lance has an illegal move on. The other one being Barrier Dragonite in, I think, Gen 1. In Gen 2, he has Rock Slide Aerodactyl, which sounds like it should be legal, but no, it's not. Come on, Lance. Where's the ancient power? But anyways, Aerodactyl, fast, rock type, which is kind of rare. The Mega is pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the design. He just kind of gets like a goofy goatee. But the Tough Claws is cool. One day I want to see Aerodactyl get Brave Bird and Head Smash to go with its Rock Head ability. Then Aerodactyl will really be popping off, but until that day, it's just like a really good, fast rock type. You can get rocks up with it, like Stealth Rocks. Amazing. Snorlax. Iconic Gen 1 Mon. Probably somewhere in A tier. Very chunky. Very happy. I think I like it more than these guys. We'll put it behind Arcanine and Growlithe. The first roadblock Pokemon ever, there would be other ones. Sudowoodo comes to mind. And really powerful in Gen 1 and 2. The longer Pokemon goes on, the more it falls off. Probably the best Gen for it ever was Gen 2, where it could abuse the sleep talk mechanics and just never die. It could just set up Curse and rest over and over. Despicable. Oh, it also has a G-Max form and a signature Z move. I don't think either of them are that good. Well, I like the design of the G-Max form. And I also think Pulverizing Pancake is funny, like the animation. But I don't think either of them are, like, good, like, competitively. Alright, so we're almost done. We got the legendary birds, Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Articuno, probably the king of C tier. It looks cool, but man, the stats are bad, the typing's bad. Very disappointing for a legendary. And this is like your introduction to legendaries too, as far as the dex goes. This is the first one. Yikes. Zapdos though. Oh boy, reppin' Team Instinct. Let's go, baby. Yeah. This thing's a Chad. It's good in like almost every gen. I think Gen 5 Zapdos is bad. That might be like the only gen. Recently it loves heavy duty boots to combo with its static ability. But I mean, in old gens, it could go on the offensive, so. And I mean, it still can. It gets like Thunder and Hurricane and stuff. And then we got Moltres coming up last. Not quite as good as his brother. I also kind of hate the design.
You gonna help your mom make dinner? I'm doing.
One second. I don't know if I want to put it top of B tier. Probably about here. Strong Fire Blast, that's about it. Boots with Flame Body is good though, so hey. Dragonite line, I don't have super strong opinions on. I do like them all. I think they'll just all be like mid A tier. Obviously, they're extremely powerful. I'll put them below Gyarados, I think. I think Dragonite is my favorite of the three. Alright, and then wrapping it up, we got Mewtwo. Mewtwo, this man's cooked. Used to be great, fallen off as time has gone on. Very cool design, though. Definitely an A tier. Maybe like... probably about here for me. And last but not least, Musif. I honestly don't know where I want to put Mew. I have like no strong opinions on Mew. I used Mew in Let's Go, and it was kind of fun. Maybe top of B. I think top of B. I like that. Make sure and look under the truck for this one, gang. It can learn like every move, which is really nice, so hey. But, alright, well, that is gonna do it for my list. I guess we'll do Johto next time, unless there's a gym people really want to see. But I'll kind of slowly scroll through it and then call it good. I got other things I gotta do now, so. But, alright, thanks for being here. And I will see y'all next time. These were just on the list I used. We weren't ranking the cosplay, I swear. Adios.